Hello, everyone. We're back again with the books of the Bible, and today we'll be looking at the book of First Corinthians. A brief summary on the book of First Corinthians. So, First Corinthians was authored by the Apostle Paul sometime between 53 and 56 AD. It contains 16 chapters, and it was written to the Gentile Christians in Corinth. The purpose of writing this book was to address the issues of rival factions, sexual immorality, the controversies surrounding Christ's resurrection, and other issues that was going on in the church in Corinth. Another purpose of writing the book was to also promote unity and counsel the church on the importance of allowing God to shape their lives. Now, the letters to the church, the letters written to by Apostle Paul to the church at Corinth, was sent a few years after the Apostle Paul established the church. The Christians in Corinth were grappling with serious issues, as mentioned earlier, sexual immorality, also the misuse of spiritual gifts and pride. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, the Apostle Paul wrote to address these pressing concerns, discussing a wide range of topics, such as mentioned earlier, rival factions, as we see in First Corinthians chapter 1 from verse 10 to 17, the abuse of spiritual gifts, and the disorderly conduct observed during church meetings and the Lord's Supper. Now, in his letter to the Corinthians, Paul took the opportunity to address several crucial topics that were affecting the early Christian community, as mentioned earlier. Among these subjects were also the consumptions of foods that had been dedicated to idols, the nature of marriage, and the vital doctrine of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, as mentioned earlier. Now, throughout this discourse, the Apostle Paul underscored the importance of allowing Jesus to guide the lives and decisions of his followers. He stressed that their beliefs and values should be shaped by their relationship with Jesus, who provides the ultimate foundation for their lives. The Apostle Paul also offered clear and practical guidance regarding the use of spiritual gifts, which were given to believers for the edification of the church. He emphasized the necessity of maintaining order during worship services to create a conducive environment for spiritual growth and communal unity. In this context, he articulated that love surpasses all other gifts, asserting its preeminence and likening the church to a single unified body composed of many different parts, each serving a unique function. And we see that when we read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the chapter on love. In addition to these theological insights, the Apostle Paul placed a strong emphasis on the value of hard work and perseverance in every aspect of life. He recognized that diligence and dedication are essential to achieving one's goal and fulfilling God's purpose. Reflecting on his own experiences, Paul attributed his successes and relentless efforts to the grace and favor of God upon his life. He famously remarked, in 1 Corinthians 15, chapter 15, verse 10, he states here that saying, "But by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace toward me was not in vain. On the contrary, I worked harder than any of them, though it was not I, but the grace of God that is with me." So once again, that was in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 10, and I read from the English Standard Version. Through this statement, Paul highlighted the transformative power of God's grace in his life, which fueled his commitment to his mission and ministry. And so I stop here today with a brief summary on the book of First Corinthians, and we will continue next time with Second Corinthians, the book of Second Corinthians, also authored by the Apostle Paul. And some biblical scholars also believe that Timothy wrote the book or partially wrote the book of Second Corinthians. So we will continue there next time. And until then, do take care and remain blessed.